Hello and welcome to this panel discussion. My name is Leobardo Molina and I will be the moderator. Today we will be discussing the difference between a traditional sport and an e-sport, electronic sport, and how each one of them have impacted the modern generations. Also, we will discuss the difference between these and why both should be considered as a sport or why e-sport shall not be considered as a real sport. And I will present the panelists. First, there's Jorge Davila, a professional American football player. We have also Juan Diego, a professional e-sport player, and Mario Tejada, a rookie football player that in his spare time also plays e-sport. So the question I will be asking these panelists will be, why should e-sport be considered a real sport? Jorge Davila, why should e-sport be considered a real sport?
Okay, well, coming from a professional American football playing career, as I was telling you, from experience, it's not one of the real sports. And the way to go is traditional sports, because if you want to improve your lifestyle and your health, I'm going to tell you why. Taking part in a sport will help you feel fitter, will help you be healthier, and will help you be mentally strong. And that's just the start of it. Playing sports can help you sleep better, have a strong heart, increase your confidence, develop strong relationships, and one of my favorite, playing sports build leaders. What I'm telling you is that contrary to what most people think, playing sports give you life-changing skills and values like responsibility and discipline that are going to form you as a person as you get older and are going to help you make better decisions with your life. Thank you.
Well, that's a very interesting point of view about traditional sports. Now, I will ask Juan Diego Garcia what he thinks about esports.
Esports has evolved along the years and has intrigued people around the world. Although this theme has caused a lot of controversy whether it should be considered a real sport or not, as a professional esports player, I strongly believe it should. As any other sport, including American football, I spent hours training and I have dedicated a lot of time into esports. My passion to improve and my determination might be the same as any other player or even more. My determination grows every day for esports, and I'm sure people who practice this will learn or will teach them responsibilities amongst other values. It may be a life-changing experience that I recommend everyone to try for at least once.
Well, thank you for your answer. And well, lastly, for a point of view of a person that plays traditional sports and also plays esports, what are your thoughts, Mario Tejada?
Esports defined by the international community as a competitive sport in which players use their physical and mental abilities to compete in various games in a virtual electronic environment. Like athletes, video games professionals also use a panel of coaches and physical trainers. There are also teams of various categories, and they have contracts for season and other objectives according to performance.
Thank you very much for your answer. And well, in conclusion of this answer, we can see different point of view of traditional sports and esports. And well, the idea of being a real sport or not will be and it will be different for any person. So it will be a personal conclusion for each one of you. Thank you very much. We will go with the public's questions.
Any of you girls?
Can I answer a question, teacher?
Yes, go ahead, Jose Manuel.
Since last time I lost the connection, the internet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yes, go ahead then.
Yeah, my question is, what would you say to a concerned parent that thinks that their children is losing a lot of time playing video games, but the children can't say that he has talent to become like an esport type of player, like, you know, these new guys, like and can sign for a team and make money off of it? What would you say? What's your answer to that question?
Can I answer that question? Well, I will say to them that you have to have a balance between playing esports and going out like playing the real sports, because if you have a talent, you can you can make money with it, but you have also to have a healthier side of your life, not just playing it or playing video games. And I think it's a good career. If you are good playing video games, I think it will be a good career. But you have also to have a healthier side of your life and play the sports like American football, soccer, because that kind of sports leave you with long-lasting relationship, develop you communication skills, and it helps have a kind of a sense of community. Also, well, learn to respect their teammates and coaches, and I think you can communicate to your child the what the balance support or benefits in your life. It will be a really good career. And thank you.
I will go second and continue to where he said. I think that one of the easiest ways to help your parents understand this is a good career is having a balance between school, whether you're in school or not, or having your responsibilities in house, and have your responsibilities in game, have them very balanced. And I think a very important factor is if you have to have a sit down and talk face to face to them and talk about your dreams or how you want to keep practicing. And I think that a very also an important thing is that if you well you're actually very good and you actually consider becoming a professional, that means some team or some organization has already seen your talent. And I think a very good way to see this is if the organization will reaches to the parents directly and talks to them.
Well, I think those were great responses for that question. Any other question?
No, I don't think so, Leo.
Well, then, well, for final thoughts in this panel, me as the moderation, I really think this is a very interesting topic, and each one of the participants have a very interesting point of view. Definitely, being a sport or not, esports, well, you have to have a high level of skills or intelligence to make it in a competitive way. So becoming a professional esport, well, it's not easy. And as I say, it will be anybody's judgment if it has to be a real sport or not. So, well, that's my opinion in this topic, and that will be my final thoughts.
Okay, thank you very much to all the teams. Please wait until we are dismissed. It's been a pleasure having you with the panel discussions, each one with a